Hi, nobodies. So today was a really good day. Um, First thing this morning, I said, well, I need to go change the oil in my vehicle. And since David wouldn't go do it for me, I had to go. But see, universe had a plan there. There was a point to me going. So he got done from taking our kids and our friends' kids to school. And he come back, and I was like, well, I guess I am going down to Posey's to get my oil changed. It's been 2 months now. I just barely went over the mileage that they put on the sticker. So I decided to go to them because, like, every time I go to Jiffy Lube or one of the others, they always try to sell me a bunch of stuff. Whereas over at Posey's, they're more honest about it. For the first time ever, and I've been taking my vehicle there consistently since I got it, which would have been 2014, I think, 2015. Anyway, I mean, with the exception of like 2 times at Jiffy Lube, they have never at Posey's said, "Do you want us to change the air filter?" Well, today they did. So I said, yeah, go ahead. Because I'm like, I ain't changed it. Because see, like when Jiffy Lube brought my air filter in and they said, this needs to be replaced. And I looked at it and I was sitting there thinking, no, it doesn't. I mean, I'm not, okay, I do know my way around a car a bit. Not so much the filters. I've never changed my own oil. My dad always did that for me, or I took it somewhere. I know that you change the oil filter when you change the oil. That's, but anyway, I do know about like AC filters for your house and how they can last a little bit longer. Well, what they were showing me looked like 2 or 3 days in my AC thing. And I was like, no, I'm not paying for an air filter. I didn't even ask the people at Posey's because I was like, I've had this car for 4 years and I've never had to replace it. I'll spend the $17 for that. They've never sat there and said, hey, you got a radiator leak or you've got a transmission leak. They have never told me that, but they did tell me when my struts were messed up. They did tell me when my tires were looking really bad. So they're not, some of these smaller places, they're not really there to make money on the add-ons. They've got other stuff that they do. I mean, at Posey's, they do a lot of stuff. But I just take mine there for the oil change, which it costs me more than Walmart does. But like I said, they're not trying to upsell me parts. And I like that. So anyway, that was not what this post was supposed to be about. What the post is actually about was my awesome day. That was only a little bit of it. So I went in there and they've got like the area where you can be like right next to the door. They got like a little chair there, but it's kind of loud there. And then they got a special area for customers. Well, there was a lady there with a little dog. Now, for those of you who don't watch me, which is pretty much nobody, I've got a thing about dogs, like the smell, and like if that dog that we've got in our backyard, if he brushes up on me, I feel so disgustingly dirty. I really do. I can't help it. This started happening when I was attacked by a big ass dog. Well, this lady, she had her little dog there, and I looked at the dog, and the dog was cute. I mean, not cute like, those little fluffy dogs that you see that'll just like poke their head through somebody's hand, like these little bitty puffball dogs that don't even look like they're really walking when you see them going, because it's like, what is he doing? That doesn't look right. No, this was a cute little dog. And the little dog looked at me, and I had to pet it. I never get the desire to pet a dog. But today, I said, I want to pet that dog. Not only did I pet that dog, I took a picture of the dog because I wanted to show everybody this awesome dog that I met. Name is Biscuit. But this dog was 3/4 Maltese and 1/4 miniature poodle. Sweet as can be. I did not smell this dog. When I sat down next to the lady, I did not smell this dog. And this dog comes over and is like licking my hands. The dog licked my face, okay? Do you, people who don't know me don't realize, like, if a dog licks my leg, I've got to come in and take a full body shower. Okay? That's normally how that works out. I let this dog lick my face, the side of my face, and I was not creeped out. I was not creeped out at all. I did not feel like, I have to be clean. I mean, it was really, really, I was like, I know I still feel this way about big dogs. Now, see, the thing is I love dogs. If I can't smell them and if they can't touch me. And I recognize the cuteness of them. I recognize the love. I recognize all of these wonderful things about dogs. I am devastated if I hit one with my car. Like today, I almost hit a little chihuahua. I come up over a hill, and thankfully there was nobody behind me because I didn't have time. I didn't even have time to look to see if anybody was behind me. I just come over that hill, and that little chihuahua dog was right there in the road. I hit my brakes because I was like, I am not hitting this dog. I didn't even think about swerving. I didn't have time. When I come over that hill, I didn't have time to think about swerving. I didn't have time to look and see if somebody was coming. I didn't have time to see if somebody was behind me. All I knew was I did not want to hit that fucking dog. Maybe that's why I met the dog this morning, so I wouldn't hit that little chihuahua dog. The little chihuahua dog needs to get the fuck up out of the road. His owners need to make, it doesn't happen every day. Like most of the time the dog's walking on the side of the road, but the dog should not be, this is Highway 111, and the dog was on the other side of a blind hill. There's actually a sign that says driveway ahead, like it tells you caution. There's driveways. But I love this little dog, and I had a great conversation with her owner. I had a really great conversation with her owner, who was an older lady, and she said that, she always had big dogs, but she loved this little dog, and she said that little dog was hypoallergenic, and he was soft. He wasn't as soft as one of my cats. Maybe Butters. Butters doesn't have an undercoat, so he's kind of wiry. But this dog was just beautiful and didn't yap at people. He wasn't a yappy little dog. And then I got home, and Tyrion wanted to go digging at Goodwill, so we went digging at Goodwill. And when I say digging at Goodwill, there is this Goodwill down here where you pay by the pound. Okay? You walk into this place, and there's just these big ass rolling bins filled with clothes to dig through, and you pay by the pound. It is a massive undertaking, and you've got all these other people. And if you've ever seen one of my videos before, there is one video where I talk about thrift store etiquette, and I get aggravated when people when they invade my space. It's like, I'm working on this bin. There's a bin behind me that nobody's touching. Don't come to my bin. This is the bin I'm working on right this second. On the same token, you can say that like with a rack. If you're looking at a rack of clothes, it's irritating when somebody comes right beside you and starts going through the clothes. It's like, hey, go to the end. Go to that end, or watch which way I'm going. And if I'm going this way, then you go down to the end and go the same way. Don't go down to the end, so you and I are going to have to meet at some point. Don't be heading my way. That's not part of it. This is an etiquette I made up in my mind. I've been thrift shopping since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And in my mind, I'm looking at this rack. Pay attention. Do not get in my space bubble because there's like a whole store. Now, if you only went in there to look at jeans and I am on the jeans rack, I understand if you're going to move faster than me. And I normally am like, oh, excuse me, if you need by me, just say something. I will say that to people. Hey, if I'm in your way, just tell me. Now I don't say that to people who have upset me. Like when they're coming over there and doing all that, I don't do that. But like if I'm at Walmart and I'm looking at like a freezer thing, and I haven't opened the door, if somebody is near me, I'll say, hey, if you need me to move, just tell me. See, if I say that to somebody at the thrift store because they've invaded my personal space, I'm going to feel like I'm being an asshole. Like, oh, if I'm in your way, just tell me. Like rude. Like shopping here. No, I can't say it at that point, but I will say it to people who aren't necessarily in my space bubble. If I notice that they're headed my direction, on a city stream and I'm stopped, because trust me, I get aggravated when there's like one case I need to get to and somebody is standing there lollygagging and they don't notice that people are waiting. It's like, you can step back, let these people grab what they need because they know what they want. See, I try to be mindful of that in stores, that some people are not there to just mosey around. That's what we say in Arkansas. We mosey when we're not in a hurry. Some people are not in a hurry and they mosey. If you're going to mosey, be aware of people who have come in there, especially like think about that husband who doesn't want to make 5 or 6 trips. He just goes in. He doesn't care that it's Christmas. He just wants some fucking fuses and he doesn't want to go to AutoZone, so he's going into Walmart. He just wants to grab what he wants and get the fuck up out of the store. I try to be mindful that there are people like that around. And if they are near me, if anybody is near me, I'll say something. I'll say like, hey, if you need me to move, just tell me. I'll move. That lets them know that they don't have to stand back. Because see me, I'll stand back there and just wait. Maybe tapping. Getting irritated that move. I will do that. Or I will walk around the store and then go back. I'll do that kind of thing too. But I will wait for somebody. And then they'll turn around and go, oh, you should have just told me to move, honey. No, I don't do that. I don't tell people to move. I'll tell my kids to move. I do that at the register when my kids buy something. I'll say, she handed you your money, move along. I'll be like, come on, let's go. You can fix your purse in a minute. Let's get out of the way. Teach your kids, get out of the way. And furthermore, know that yourself. When the cashier is done with you and all of your bags are in your cart, grab your wallet, that money, that receipt, and walk away. You can stop a little further up and make sure everything's all perfect. Do not stand in the way of the next customer. It's just rude. Because I get irritated by it, but not because I'm in a hurry, because I'm never in a hurry. I don't stop at places if I've got to be somewhere, which is why I'm early for stuff too. Anyway, today was a good day. Looks like it's going to rain outside. I don't know though. I mean, it was like super fucking hot earlier when we left Goodwill. My daughter, they put her on some ADHD medicine and she had a reaction. Not too good. She's like, I ain't taking those pills anymore. And I was like, I don't blame you. Don't think you have ADHD. Think you have a case of the bad attitudes and a learning disability. She was like, this is what kills me about the education system. Like, she was 1 or 2 points away from being considered dyslexic. And they won't entertain the idea of teaching her the skills that they would teach a dyslexic kid because she fell a little short of it. And I'm like, well, if she's not getting something, don't we owe it to a student to try other ways of teaching them if they don't get it? I mean, that's what makes sense to me. So what if they're a couple of points away from being considered something? What if that stuff that you teach that dyslexic kid, what if that helps my kid learn? What if that helps my kid become valedictorian? If that's the thing that'll help. It just makes no sense to me. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Had a great day. Hope you had a great day. If you didn't, every day is an opportunity to turn things around. Every time you wake up, you've got that opportunity. I don't care if you wake up in a tent being roused by the police. Y'all gotta move. Y'all gotta move. There's opportunity to see something good about that day. Maybe you're going to move to a better part of town with your tent. I don't know. But there's bound to be something, some blessing, some gift that the universe will give you. There's a point to it all. So, have a good night.